Hi friends, in this video I'm going to do a book review about Austin Kleon, Show Your Work. Now there are three parts of this book. There's Steal Like an Artist, which essentially is Austin Kleon talking about how to generate new ideas, where all ideas are basically stolen and stuff like that. And then there's Show Your Work, where it's telling you how to show your work to the public. And then there is Keep Going, to keep going for like years on. Now this book is quite short actually, it's about like 150 pages. And there's tons of like pictures and diagrams and all that, which makes it quite nice. And Austin Kleon also he had a TED talk where he spoke about how he figured out to draw one of the comics, and where his like idea was stolen from another person, which was stolen from another person, and it went on for like generations. It's quite nice, that TED talk. I think I'll put it inside the description below. Now in Austin Kleon's book, he talks about blogging, and this book is basically about how to essentially learn a new skill and like show it to the world, and like why you should show it to the world. Now I think in this world it's filled with consumers. We're always consuming something, and I think that sometimes we have to be producers, and this book essentially tells you how to be a producer. So let's get started. Austin Kleon mentions on being an amateur, and I think there's a good reason why. It's because whenever like you're learning a new skill, so like whenever you're like writing a blog or like learning a new skill, and you've never done this before, you are going to fail sometimes. But that's all right, because amateurs are not afraid of failing. They embrace failing because failing means that you're learning something new, and that is good. But professionals, they have a reputation, so they can't really fail. So I think we have to embrace being an amateur sometimes. Even in my YouTube video, I mean, I don't even make very good YouTube content. Like, I just hope that my videos help at least one person, and that is why I post them. And I think that's a good reason to post videos in general. And I think the reason why I didn't really start YouTube earlier is because I see other YouTubers and the videos are like close to being perfect, and I thought like I would never really be there. But that is the final result, and people don't really see the process that YouTuber actually went. And whenever we see someone famous, we're always going to see the final result. We don't see how many times they actually failed. So you shouldn't stop something because of the fear of failure. And then Austin Kleon also mentions to find a group of like-minded people about a specific task. And then you can like steal ideas from this group of like-minded people and like generate new ideas as well. And like in the book, he also mentions on like how to start showing your work essentially is by documenting your life. So like document your life essentially. So like everything you have learned, just put it out there and try to be consistent with it. But you shouldn't be a human spam and post everything. So like you shouldn't post like the kind of food you have eaten today or like that. But try and post something which will actually help at least one person, I guess. And there's all these kind of quotes in the book on in every chapter. And Austin Kleon, he also mentions that like he always read obituaries. And there's a good quote about Steve Jobs in in that book. And that quote basically mentions why you should actually show your work out there. The quote goes like this: remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help make me the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. So I think that quote basically says that like you're already gonna die. So why not just help people? And the book he also mentions on getting like a proper domain name. Like I have my own website, it's in the description below if you want to check it out. But mine is not that good. And here's a picture on how 1 year of constantly uploading something looks like. I think anyone who wants to learn a new skill, which is a bit different from the norm, should definitely read this book. I think when we learn a new skill, right, We might have a goal when we start learning the skill and constantly do it, like once a week or like every single day, but we might not reach the goal. But even if we don't reach a goal, we might reach other goals that we haven't even expected at first. And like the ROI, the return of investment, is basically infinite. I encourage anyone to actually read this book, and I think the first thing you should do right now is just post something small. Start showing your work. Like I started a blog a few months back. I uploaded few stuff inside it, but I didn't really publish it. But I think that's okay as well. If you don't feel like publishing your work and you don't really feel that's the right time, that's completely fine. But the main thing is that you be consistent with what you're trying to do. And by being consistent, you'll learn new things that occurs. Like maybe by starting a blog, you'll be a better writer if you just consistently do it. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.